Hello, people. You're welcome back to the channel. It is your one and only Lady Jackson bringing you this update as a day hot. Oh my God, I'm feeling myself. I'm feeling myself. I'm feeling myself. I don't know the song I was trying to sing, but it is what it is. So, your finalists are soon going to be crowned by tomorrow, but today it's going to be so much more. There will be drama, chaos, and everything chaotic, everything, and we're ready for it because in this particular video I'm going to keep you updated on the fact that Cross and CeCe finally had a Gbas Gbos serious fight too, that they are still talking about it reach now that I'm recording, because damn, it is what it is. But of course, the Saturday night party, the last of the season, would happen today. Let's see how it's going to go. Now guys, if you're new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe. Click on the bell button for notification and every post I make. Don't forget to share, comments down below, and also share this video so that more people can get to see. Now, of course, just before we get right into the video, I need to let you all know again that I do not attach BBNaija videos to my content because I have gotten a copyright strike before and I'm not going to risk it anymore. So please, if you do not like that, go to other channels, watch it, and then come back and we can banter and drag each other. Okay, now let's get right into the gossip of today. Now, of course, y'all remember how the innocent games, which was the last game of the season, went yesterday. This last game was very intense. It's like literally the biggest game of the season. Why? Because every other sponsors of the BBNaija show gets to come to the point where they just give 500,000, 1 million, or 750,000 per game and stuff. And by the time you're done, you might have won up to 10 million naira, right? But to have a game that at once you get to win something of so much value that could make you not spend money again, or that could, cost you up to 15, 20 million at a go, or 10 million, is something that is very not done except with innocent. And so the housemates had a very simple game to play yesterday. Now, this game was all about pulling a trolley of objects from one end to the finish line, which is where you are. And Big Brother said it's going to be in 3 sections. When the first round goes on, 2 people will be evicted. The second round, 2 people. Then the last round will be between 2 people. The last man standing or woman standing will win the innocent car. And of course, they did the first round. Cross and Adekunle and Ilebaye were evicted. The second round, Cross and Ceec were evicted. The third round, CeCe got to win in less than 20 seconds, or basically 30 seconds. She won the white beautiful car. It was as though she was meant to win it. Let's just be honest. She likes white cars. Her car has been at the mechanic for over 6 months. She doesn't want to get it back because it's giving her so much trouble. She's been praying for it. Literally all this housemates prayed for it, including Pere, who had won a car from his previous season, the innocent car, right? But it fell in line. But then, while the housemates were congratulating CeCe, celebrating and jumping and laughing with her entering the car, Cross was sitting down, pissed, angry. No smiles, no congratulations, nothing. Last night, he got to, talk to Ceec and Pere about how he was feeling all about it. And the fact that, Adekunle and CeCe were the people he was really pissed at. First off, CeCe had allegedly taken his position, which became the winning position. And then Adekunle making him feel like he's fighting with a woman by making a sexist statement of be a gentleman. When you tell a man, be a man now, all because it needs to favor the other person. Don't you think they also want to get favored, right? So according to what Cross was explaining, was that when the game started, just like every other game, he had been in a position and he wanted to maintain that position, and that position ended up becoming the winning position. And he felt that the fact that it came the second round, the second round, if I'm not mistaken, and then CeCe had gone to his own position, and he told her that, CeCe, you're in my position. She was like, I don't understand. Can't you choose another position? I've come here because I've come here. And then, Adekunle telling him that he should be a gentleman. And then when he changed position, he lost in that, and then she maintained that same position and then won that round and then the car. So, of course, he spoke to Ceec and Pere. And then that same night, he went to go and meet Adekunle in the pink room, telling him that, you know what, I really didn't like what you did and what you said, because it made me feel somehow as though I was fighting with a woman. Well, I was just only telling her. She could have been like, oh, sorry, let me just stay here now, go to another place. Adekunle maintained his ground that he didn't know that he was there first. He felt they were fighting and arguing. And, you know, that was why he said what he said. I really expected that Adekunle would be like, sorry that I came off like that, as though I was being sexist or stuff. But I didn't mean it that way. I just didn't want you guys to drag and fight over a position. Because a position, you could win any position. But Adekunle stood his ground. Cross just went to sleep. He couldn't get himself. And this morning, we noticed that Cross did some exercises, you know, started dancing to the music. And then when CeCe woke up in the head of house lounge, he called her and she came to the couch and she was laying down, covering herself with a pink duvet. And he was telling her that, you know, yesterday, this is how I felt about it. You know, I had been in this position and I had expected that you were not going to drag with me, since we've seen countless games where people come to a position and come back and maintain it, even though our names are already written there. I just needed you to understand and know that this was the reason why I was pissed. This was the reason why I didn't congratulate you. And she was like, I don't understand what you're saying. Didn't Ceec come and take my position in the first round after the first trials? And then I didn't even argue with her. I had to move to the other one. Plus, if you're thinking that the position was a winning position, didn't you see that Big Brother was removing each line and each lane after people were being evicted so that it will fit into just the number of people remaining? So what are you necessarily saying? Haven't you done things? Because at this point, Cross was now pointing out that as friends, she shouldn't have dragged position with him. And she was like, oh, this is double standards, because there have been times you drag things with me, there have been times you would betray me, and I'll still take it. Is it because I'm not talking about it? When your WhiteMoney connived and, you know, said you were going to get people to gang up against me, do you think it was fun? They started, at this point, they were bantering, because initially Cross was talking calmly. They had even called Pere to ask him that, you know what, didn't Big Brother just started, you know, rearranging the lanes? So why is he pissed? Pere said his own piece and left, but these two were going at each other. She started shouting that, do you know that I even prayed for you? Do you know how I've been praying for you that God should just help me win? Didn't you pray? So you're feeling spiritual about it. Don't you also think that God could have made it that I should be in this position? Now I understand that point. But the thing I really didn't like in this particular Gbas Gbos and banter is that CeCe kept shouting. They kept going at each other back to back. Like, at this point, you would say that Cross wanted to even cry, because he was feeling like, just like I would always say, and when I say things, people feel I am being a feminist. Although there are things men should naturally do and women should naturally do, there are points of when something is a mutual benefit, can be of mutual benefit to both sexes. They're not supposed to make it, oh, a man is supposed to do this or a woman is supposed to do this. People are supposed to have equal rights, just like, you know, although his name wasn't written there, and although she didn't really expect him to react this way, it was coming off as though Cross is being selfish and bitter because he didn't win, which is obviously true. He's selfish and bitter because he didn't win. He felt like that position would have been the best. But I think at this point, knowing the kind of person that CeCe is, he would have just let it go, because this girl started shouting and saying, I don't understand what you're saying. You are double-faced and I don't give a fuck. I've explained to you what I think about it and why I didn't take it serious. Now you're thinking that I don't deserve my win. Please shut the fuck up. Like, CeCe kept going back to back. At this point, they were standing and pointing each other and talking and shouting. Cross wasn't going to let go. At some point, he would want to keep quiet, but when she talks, he would get triggered again, and she would respond, and they kept going at each other until she went off and, you know, went down the stairs and was shouting and saying, I deserve my win. I don't give an F what you think. At this point, Adekunle, whom I think is an instigator, came to come and calm her down. Don't transfer your aggression to everybody else. What really happened? Wait. And he was smiling and just looking at her while she was talking. See, to be honest, this is part of the reasons why people didn't like Adekunle. I feel he should learn to be quiet when two people are having issues. He had done that multiple times with diverse housemates when they have issues in the house, and it just always bred a sense of disgust towards him, and it is his fault. In the long run, I really wish this two didn't go at it. I really wish Cross, knowing the kind of person CeCe is, you've seen her fight with multiple people, you know how she would take it. You shouldn't have mentioned it. Ignore it. If you decided that you don't want to be friends with her anymore because you felt she was being manipulative and sabotaging and, you know, taking over what you expected what you're winning, keep it to yourself. You can tell it to other people if they tell her good, but don't come to the point of fighting and dragging with her because she's not good green. On the other hand, CeCe is supposed to learn that you've won it, so what's the need to shout? You've won it, just explain what you felt about it. And then if you felt the way, there's nothing he would say or do that would snatch the car from you to him. Just tell him, okay, sorry, I didn't really think about it like that. And you shouldn't take it serious. I've already won it. Even if being upset, I've already won it. It sounds very petty. Anyways, guys, that's all I have for you on this particular update on this Gbas Gbos. This and more, any other thing that happens, right, the aftermath of this Gbas Gbos, I'm going to bring it to you. So please don't forget to subscribe, click on the bell button beside for notification, and every post I make, don't forget to share, comments down below, and also share this video so that more people can get to see. See ya.